Hi, Dr. Marcie here from Behavior and Beyond, where I bring you realistic ideas for real life behavior. And today I am so excited to bring you Jessica Miller, who is a mom and a scientist and does amazing things in the world and is a childhood friend of a very dear friend of mine, which is how we got connected. So that's always, the 6 degrees of separation of how things work in the world is really fun. And today we're going to talk about her. She's a 3-year-old and a 16-month-old. We're going to do some sibling chatting. We're going to talk about a little bit. It sounds like her son tends to think it's funny when he's doing things that are actually bad. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and maybe a little bit about just being a parent and Jessica's feelings on that. So welcome, Jessica. So happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit about your son, your daughter, what's going on, how I
Okay. Well, they're amazing, first of all. They're great, great kids who love to joke around and laugh. My son loves puzzles, has an unbelievable memory, and my daughter loves everything that my son does. But when they are not being so amazing, sometimes my son has some discipline issues that I just am not quite sure how to handle, or the techniques for enforcing different rules.
Give me an example.
So sometimes, after meals, his favorite thing to do, which he thinks is the funniest thing, is with his filthy hands, before wiping them, we say, please wipe your hands, but he thinks it's so funny and says, Mommy, ha ha ha, and runs to the sofa and just wipes his red spaghetti sauce hands or avocado hands on the sofa and thinks that's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. So
yeah.
I do love that he calls your name first and then goes and does it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which lets us know so clearly that A, he knows it's wrong, and B, he's doing it for attention.
Yeah.
So that tells us everything we need to do in order to flip it around. As in, how do we give him attention and get him back on track? So the predictability of this behavior is also what I love. Happens after every mealtime. So the first thing I would do, which is literally just a blocking thing, is make sure that wherever his seat is at the table, that you are between him and the couch, or him and anything else that he could touch his hands on. Because it's going to happen. So let's stack the deck. He has to get through you before he can get to the couch, right?
Right.
When you notice that mealtime is wrapping up, also that's when I would grab the wipes or grab a napkin and as that last couple bites are happening, remind him, okay, you're going to finish up your spaghetti. So delicious. We're going to wipe your hands and then go play. So you're telling him this is what's going to happen every single time. And you just make it part of the routine, like eat, wash hands, go play. And maybe it's just wiping his hands first before actually going and washing them, because that's more labor intensive. And then as the meal ends and you've positioned yourself so that he can't get past you, you have the wipes ready, you've now told him what to do, he's up, he's about to go, you maybe tackle him, but you block his way, you wipe his hands and let him go and celebrate that he did it. After doing that a handful of times, that'll become the routine. So we won't have this, ooh, I'm going to defy you. And then you get upset and react however you upset. Most parents will yell and lose their cool, and all of that stuff comes with it.
Yes.
But it kind of creates this momentum for you to change it, especially in these predictable moments.
Okay. And question for you, if it's non-predictable moments, how do I do that?
Awesome question. Because there are going to be those moments too. It's not unique that he thinks it's super fun to do something that's naughty, right? A lot of kids do that. And what we need to recognize is that it is kind of fun. It's fun to make your parents upset. It's fun to, who doesn't like rubbing their hand? I mean, I'm guessing you have a pretty soft couch, rubbing your hands over a couch, or, there are a lot of things that kids do that are destructive, but they're not doing it to be destructive. They're doing it because they're just having fun.
Yeah.
And then added bonus, mom or dad gets really upset. And I will admit that when parents get upset, we look funny. And adult yelling kind of looks like a cartoon character. We get punctuated, we get frustrated, our eyes get big, our volume changes. We become a whole nother person that they never see unless we're upset.
Okay.
So here's how we do the unpredictable things.
Okay.
In those moments that he does something wrong, you very calmly tell him to stop, and you give him an action-based direction of what you want to see him to do. Right?
Okay.
So rather than saying, don't wipe your hands on the couch, you go, put your hands down, walk to the bathroom, wash your hands, right? So you're going to give him step-by-step action-based directions. Walk to the bathroom. He can go do that. And if he doesn't, you can go help him do that, right? You're then going to reserve all of that, like, stuff for when he does it right, when he's doing good things. In those moments when he's really amazing, you want to do what I call positive yelling. Oh my gosh, you did such a great job eating your lunch and washing your hands. You're amazing. So it kind of sounds like yelling.
Okay.
For the good things, because clearly if he's doing things that he thinks are funny and he's enjoying that discipline from you, let's give it to him. But let's give it to him for good things.
Okay.
And as crazy as it sounds, positive yelling is super effective, because you were even laughing at me and you're an adult.
It's true. That is
not
true.
my attention, right? But your son wants that energy. So give it to him for doing great things so he can predictably access your cartoon character.
Okay. That is great advice. I've never even thought about that, because it is so common for me to just, by the end of the day, I'm just exhausted, and he can get under my skin very easily, and I can yell, and I don't like doing that, or I get, very animated, and I don't enjoy doing that.
Right. And when we can flip it, because you are, it's so human of you. You're a parent, right? And I talk to parents all the time of parenting doesn't happen when it's convenient.
Yeah.
It's not like, wait, my kid's not going to wake up until I've had my morning coffee. Like, that's not. And so it is at your hardest moments that you have to show up and parent. So when you're tired, the key is to remember that if you push out a little extra energy and do the positive yelling and engage with him with what he should do, you're going to save so much more from your anger, because it takes so much more to discipline. When he's pushed your buttons and pushed you over the edge and you lose it, you end up spending so much more energy there.
Right.
Done a little bit and been in a better place across the board.
Right. And then what happens, I give him, action-based items to do, or actions to do, and he doesn't listen, or he doesn't do that. Do I just keep saying it over and over again?
So you have two choices. One is, because you have such a little peanut, he's 3.
Yeah. He's a baby.
He's 3. He's tiny.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I do with the littler kids is I then show them what that means, right? So I would actually try to physically get it done. Say it once and then move him along to do it, right? So if he goes to the couch to put his hands all over it, you say, stop, hands down, walk to the bathroom, right? And if he's not independently walking, you can put your hands on your shoulders and say, this is walking to the bathroom, and take it, right? If either you as the parent listening have a bigger child, or Jessica, if your son tends to, if that will lead him into a tantrum, right? If the minute you put your hands on him to walk him somewhere, he starts to really fight back, you don't want to do that, right? So in those situations, if you can't guide your child that way, then you do just want to repeat it. And you want to repeat it in a very specific way, as in you want to say the same words in the same tone until it's done. And you want them to be a few words. I usually say 3 to 5. Go to the bathroom. And until he does it, go to the bathroom. The other big piece of that is block him from going other places, right? So I've talked to parents and they're like, well, I kept saying it, but they just kept playing with whatever toy they wanted. No, you can't you want to block him from doing anything else fun until he gets to the bathroom without really touching him. So I'll just put my body between you and you in the toy bin, you in the bookshelf, however I can do that. I'll stand in front of the refrigerator so you can't get snacks out of it. I don't have to engage with you, and I can keep saying, go to the bathroom. Because it's really, really boring and really annoying to your kid. And they will say to you, he might turn around and go, Mommy, stop saying that. And you go, okay. When you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, and after you do that a handful of times, he'll learn the way to get Mom to stop doing those annoying things is by doing what she said. And he'll start to learn to listen that way.
That makes sense.
Good. Other nuances of that, or you feel good with it?
No, I think I feel good with that. I feel good with that. Kind of excited. Kind of want him to, do something naughty now.
Right?
Just kidding.
A little bit, right? You want to, which is awesome. And that's what I love about conversations like this it's, the next time you see your son today, you can put this in place and start making change, and you'll notice the differences right away. It's not now we have to wait for this, behavior change can take time, but you can start it now. There's not a whole rigmarole to do around that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So what I also love to ask parents after we've talked about something that's hard, I always like to talk about something that's easy or good. So what is one thing or one area where you feel you've really accelerated as a parent that you think would be super helpful for other parents to know about?
How I've accelerated?
Yeah, something that's really great that you do, that you're excited as a parent about.
I love, I think seeing their individuality in my kids is great. I really try to encourage that. I do try to encourage their jokingness and their sense of humor. And yeah, I don't know though how I've excelled. Sometimes at the end of the day, it's hard to feel like you've really excelled. You just feel like you've done a bunch of wrong things. But I think for the most part, my kids are great. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's true.
You probably do a lot more than you think you do. That's right. Yeah. That's good. That's on target. And I do love that you encourage their individuality, because there's so much about equality right now. And I think that when it comes to kids, it's not about it being the same. It's about all of them getting what they need. Right? So your son and your daughter don't have the same needs. It shouldn't be identical that they get the exact same thing, but they both need to get their needs met. Right? It's what's fair, not what's equal or identical. And so as little kids, as you teaching them about their individuality will help foster that. So they won't have to have the same exact thing all the time or the same thing as their friends. It will foster good competition and personal identity, which is great. Yeah. Well done. All right, Jessica, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Good. Thank you for sharing what happens behind the doors in your house. And hopefully we'll save your couch now. No more stains on it.
No more stains.
No more stains. And you at home listening and watching, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Let us know what you think. Go try positive yelling and let us know how it works. I know that Jessica's going to go do it, turn her cartoon character into the positive moments. You do it too, and let us know how it helps. I want to know two things. One is, what did you yell at your kids about? And how did they react? Because that to me is the best part. When you start doing positive yelling, the things your kids start doing are remarkable. So put that in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe below. And if you need more information about behavioral health, email me at info@behaviorandbeyond.net, and I will point you in the right direction for the resources that you need. And remember, blue skies are ahead. Let's get there together.